What's up, book bestinas? Get comfy, get cozy. It's time to chill. I'm Cassie.
And I'm Emily, and this is Book Bits and Chill, the podcast where we break down every chapter, thirst over fictional men, and never take ourselves too seriously.
Oh, yeah.
And ring, 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 Cassie. You better answer the phone. We have
I'm on Do Not Disturb.
hot new episode today for our new series, Reader Hotline. Burning questions we've gotten from our fellow readers, and we're going to cover one topic at a time. Today, we are diving into Romantasy series we will or will not be finishing, and we have some hot takes.
Ring-a-ding-ding. I cannot wait to get into this because I actually have so many thoughts on a lot of the series that we've read, that Book Talk is reading.
Yeah.
And a lot of them are good, but a lot of them are not.
There are so many book series out there right now, like, there's no shot you like all of them. There's just no chance we're all going to agree on the same one because a new one comes out every day.
Totally. And have you ever had that experience where you read the first book in a series? It is literal perfection. Like 10 out of 10. You have the craziest book hangover you've ever had. And then you read the second book and you're like, okay, like maybe the author is doing something here. Like they're teeing us up for the rest of the series. They're doing some more world building. Like,
oh, and it's even worse when you've waited a year and a half for that second book to come out.
You've waited a year and a half and you read this book and you're like, okay, whatever, I can deal with this. But it ends on a cliffhanger. So you're like, I have to read the third book. And then you read the third book and you're like, what in the hell is happening here?
Yeah.
Like I have felt that way about so many series and I don't know what it is, but like I feel like as fandoms we just like stick it out and keep reading because we're just
I know
I don't know,
we're addicts
and it needs to stop. Like I have little time in my life to read all of the books that I want to read.
There's clearly
and I can't just keep doing it out of devotion to these series and these authors.
There's clearly like a formula that these publishing houses are pumping out that like keep us hungry for more, but also we're always so consistently disappointed. Immediately what comes to mind is how disappointed all of us were in Iron Flame. We were like, that book changed our lives. It's the top selling book since Harry Potter. And then we get Iron Flame and we're like...
And you know what? Kudos to Rebecca Yarros because she made it very clear that like she felt so pressured to get that book out like in 2 seconds.
It's not her fault, honestly.
She published Fourth Wing in May and then Iron Flame came out in that November. Like
insane.
That is insane. Iron Flame was 700 plus pages. Like let's let authors take their time. I feel like a lot of authors probably feel that pressure too.
Yeah, do you hear us, guys?
You see it left and right where they're like, oh, I had to push my publishing date. I had to push this, whatever, because I needed more time.
Penn Cole has pushed her date on the last book like 3 or 4 times. And like, nobody's coming for her, thankfully.
No.
And we shouldn't come for her. But it's just like, it's actually really disappointing.
You know what? I am like, let's all take a breath and let these authors take their fucking time. Because in a lot of these series, they clearly needed it.
Let's get into some of these zingas that we will not be finishing.
Okay.
This is actually something that is a little polarizing because I feel like you're either on one side or the other of this fandom, and it's the book duology, which is now maybe turned into like a spin-off series, Divine Rivals by Rebecca Ross.
Oh, yeah. I never read that book because you told me not to.
I know. I only read the first one and I didn't read the second one. And the first one ends on a cliffhanger and I didn't even care to know. That's how much I didn't want to read the second one. And that's really sad. I'm sorry, Rebecca. I'm really sorry. There's a lot of people out there that love your books. But I did not understand that book. It was like a war story, like semi like the Nightingale or the Women. But then at the same time, there was like a fantasy element that had magic that made absolutely no sense to the plot. And there were also like monsters in it that also made no sense to the plot. And I was just like, this feels like you had a crazy dream after taking some Sudafed and wrote it down on paper.
Emily knows all about Sudafed now. She's been sick for like a week.
Yeah.
Could have written Divine Rivals from what it sounds like.
Literally woken up and ran Divine Rivals.
That is so interesting because truly, like, this book is all over Book Talk, Bookstagram, whatever. So maybe not worth listeners' time that are listening right now, potentially.
You're all open to free speech here at the BBC, but
that is right. That is right.
For me.
Okay, my first pick on this list is going to be controversial, but Crescent City.
Oh, shut up, Cassie. There's like no shot you wouldn't read it. Are you crazy?
If I have to go through what I went through in this last book again, I will leave Sarah J. Maas entirely. Like,
okay.
I cannot suffer through that ever again. That was a horrific experience. I hated every minute of that book, other than when Bryce was with Azriel and Nesta. Like, that was literally the only part of that book that I actually enjoyed.
That's what I was going to say, is that you're definitely going to read it because she's doing the crossover that's going to force us to read it. Like, you're telling me if the
I'll look up the chapters that the crossover happened and read those and not the book. And
you're telling me if, like, Manon Blackbeak doesn't show up in CC4, you're not going to read it? Like, I mean, she's like...
I'll read whatever chapter she's in. And that's it. I'm not reading the book. I can't.
People are also saying it's so much better on a reread.
I don't believe that. Literally, so here's my thing. This is what I started this episode saying, and this is what I believe about Crescent City. First book, perfect. I was thrown into Zootopia, and I'm like,
yes.
Where am I? Why am I in an episode of HBO's Euphoria? Like, what is happening? But then I got really into it, and I was like, this book is amazing. I loved Bryce. Her and Hunt's relationship was great. And then book 2, I'm like, okay, interesting. Like, don't understand what's happening here, but fine. And then again, book 3, I was like, I can't. This is horrific. Like, what happened?
You're right. I'm not, I didn't like CC3 either, but there's just no
you didn't.
I know. There's no shot.
I don't know why you're fighting for this. Okay, that is your journey, and you know what? I'm gonna make you tell me about the book, and then I won't read it.
Somebody, like, we're making a bet right now. If she reads CC4, she has to get Crescent City tattooed.
Okay, I'll take that bet. I like that.
Okay, so there is a second in a series that's coming out very soon that I will not be partaking in, and you haven't read this book yet, but it's When the Moon Hatched by Sarah J. Parker. It was very similar to the girl from Sex and the City. So, like, the point of this book is that you, like, meet this girl who has, like, slight amnesia and doesn't really remember her life. And there's also, like, a missing princess that nobody can find. And I'm sure you can imagine what happens. And that's all that happens.
That's crazy because this book is literally everywhere. Like, I have been seeing this book all over the internet for years now, years. And it's been on my TBR for however long. And then I remember I was like maybe about to read it or something. And you were like, don't read that book. And so I just didn't.
I was not shocked by what happened in that book whatsoever. Like,
why do you think it's so popular though?
Okay, so it came out at the same time, around the same time as Quicksilver did. And Quicksilver and When the Moon Hatched came out pretty soon after one of the Fourth Wing books. And I feel like the community was dying for anything that had a dragon in it. Like, they were like, anything that has a dragon, I will put in my system right now.
That makes sense.
And so, and I mean, it was being sold as that. It was literally being sold as like what
a
to
dragon
read next.
book.
Yeah, what to read next after Fourth Wing. So I think that's why it was so incredibly popular. Yeah. There was not, I mean, I would have to reread it. I don't know. And I'm never going to reread it. There was not a cliffhanger, I don't think.
Really?
No.
That's shocking.
Prove me wrong, audience. Prove me wrong, but I don't think so.
If Emily tells me not to read a book, I literally don't ever read it. Yeah, because I'm an don't even critic. Consider reading it.
I'm an easy critic.
It's true. That's true. Okay, my next one is Powerless by Lauren Roberts.
Oh, I never read this.
Oh, so this is so deeply upsetting in my soul because I actually ate up the first book in like all day. Like, I loved the characters. I loved the storyline. It's a YA book too. So
Oh, it's
like,
YA? Why did I think they were
yeah,
like having sex in it?
no, they like make out. I can't remember
Is
if they
this
have
the
sex.
one where the kid is like
It's
19 years old?
yes. So that's
Scary.
the other thing.
I think that's why I never read it.
I'm reading this book and I am in love with this man. I'm like, oh my God, this guy is so hot. His name's Kai. And I find out he's 19 and I'm like, this is tough.
Yeah, this is a
I'm
hot,
not feeling great about that.
yeah, this is honestly a hot topic online that could be an entire reader hotline episode, but
Yeah, it's true.
we need older MMCs. We need older FMCs. We're all
Yeah.
aging out of what they currently are. Someone please
I
help.
I agree. But the MMC, I loved him. I loved the FMC. The storyline was very, very unique. And then in the second, like the cliffhanger at the end was so tough. And then the second book, I'm reading it and I ended up DNF'ing it. Like I actually,
oh, you
I think that
tried.
is-
You tried to read it.
I tried to read it. That is, I think, the only book this year that I've DNF'd. Because I was like, I need to be done with this. But Lauren
her
Roberts has put out like 4 other books at this point.
Her release was like big media attention.
It was huge. And there was one that just came out this year, actually.
Yeah. Yeah.
There was a powerful novella that came out in 2024, and then Reckless came out in 2024. So Reckless was the one that I could not get through.
So do you think it's
all.
a situation where people are like, you have to trudge through number 2 to get the good ones? Because like people say that about ACOWAR. They're like, just read the first one and get to number 2.
Yeah, but at least in ACOWAR, like you love the world building, like you love like the character development, like the trials at the end. Like there's things that like keep you going through that book. And like even when we reread it, we were like, oh, like Tamlin book, like bleh. But then we loved it. Like, and we had the greatest time. Like I did not feel that way when I was reading this book.
Oof. Audience, let us know if she needs to just skip whatever second
tell
one was
me if
called.
I need to push through, or tell me if I can skip this book and go on to the third one. Maybe I'll consider it. But as of right now, I'm done.
Because we have heard recently you DNF'd Guild, and I was like,
oh, that was the other book I DNF'd this year.
Yeah, and I was like, I'm not gonna read it if you say it's that bad. But everybody's talking about Plated Prisoner.
People
like
are addicted to this series. Like I actually don't understand it. It's not computing in my brain.
But you did almost get convinced recently to pick it back up. By a trusted resource.
By a trusted resource. Her name is Katie. Katie reads books on Instagram. She's one of our friends. And she had the same thoughts as me, by the way, on the first book, where she was like, that was basically like Smut City for no fucking reason. Like literally it's just like raunchy from the beginning. And you're like, I don't even know these people. I'm not invested in them. Like, why am I getting all of this as like just thrown in my face?
Yeah.
But then she did say it gets to the point where she was like genuinely shocked by the plot twist and the cliffhanger. And then that got her. So I don't know.
Okay.
I think I'm not off board on this series. I might give it another shot. Katie actually told me what parts to just skip, so I might just do that.
I am not a fan of like Woman in Cage, which I'm pretty sure is how this book starts. And
she's literally in a gilded cage.
Yeah, and that reminds me of how I'm not gonna finish Shadow and Ember by Jennifer L. Armentrout. And I skipped per your instructions, skipped the entire book where she's stuck in a cage with like the stepbrother or whatever.
Yeah, which was 80% of that book.
That is a partial reason why the BBC was born, because I made Cassie send me voice notes of that book so I could skip it, because I was like, no, we are not caging women. I'm sorry. That just does not need to be part of the storyline.
I totally agree. And I was really, really bothered by that with Guild too, because a big aspect of it is she's like forced to watch this King Midas. It's a King Midas retelling is the whole thing.
Everything he touched turns to gold.
Exactly. And King Midas is a psycho, and he's like making her watch him like have orgies, like have sex, but then and like she's just like I don't know. It's like I just did not like that. I did not resonate with that one bit. But people are literally feral over the MMC Slave Ravager. Like
Oh,
top
yeah.
quoted book boyfriend on Book Talk, I feel like, just in general. And
Lindsay Richardson, who's coming out with her debut book, Godsbane, said that
yeah,
her MMC is partially based off of him.
yes. So part of me does want to just like get to the point where we meet him, which I don't think happens until book 2.
That's tough.
It's
That's
very
tough.
tough. So I don't know. I'll report back, but I think I might try to give it another shot at some point.
I have one more series to I guess admit to, and then I want to do some like rapid fire ones that came out this year, and you just say yes or no.
Okay.
Okay. So I will not be finishing the Crowns of Nyaxia series, which me and Cassie loved the first 2 books with Oriah and Rain. We were committed.
Yep.
And
I loved them.
yes, so did I. And I was so excited for the 3rd one. And this is the one that's from Misha's storyline.
Yep.
A little backstory. I think it's like a loose Dante's Inferno retelling, and I am a deep Dante's Inferno fan. And when I say loose, it was a little too loose. It was like the PBS Kids version of Dante's Inferno. And so I think that's why I didn't like it. So I know that a lot of you love it, but that ruined it for me. And I know she's coming out with like another spinoff of another one of the characters. I think like Septimus. And
yes.
I just think she needs to like wash her hands of these characters and start something anew, because her first 2 books were so good.
Yeah, I actually didn't read that book because Em read it and she was like, do not waste your time.
I'll tell you what happens.
Is a bummer
Necromancy.
because it's a bummer though, because I loved Misha's character in the Rain and Oriah books.
She was a great
great side character.
Is it wrong that somebody's just a great side character and they shouldn't be a main character? Is there something wrong with that?
No.
Like I don't want to read an entire book about Imogen.
Oh, see, I would. I would read Imogen and Garrick's romance. 1000% would read that.
Okay. Well, when you add the romance in it, yeah, but like...
That's literally what Misha's book is about. It's her romance with this man.
But it's not... But then we don't know the man. She meets the man in the book. So it's kind of like her own story.
That's true. I think that's, though, why I could potentially read the Septimus book, because you do know about like him and his wife's romance, and like he's kind of like a simp for her, and I'm just intrigued on the backstory there.
Okay, well I'll think about it.
Maybe I'll take one for the team on the Septimus book.
Okay, Carissa.
Since you took it on Mish or Mesh.
Okay,
rapid fire. New releases.
You're gonna say yes or no.
Okay.
Shield of Sparrows.
Yes.
Metal Slinger.
Yes, even though I don't want to.
Just because the cliffhanger. Silver Elite.
Because of the cliffhanger. No.
Direbound.
Yes.
Fourth Wing. The next Fourth Wing?
Yes.
Oh, well, the hesitation is crazy. The next Night in the Moth.
Yes.
Beautiful. Beautiful job. A round of applause.
Okay, wait. I have to ask you the same.
I didn't read a lot of these.
Oh, that's true. You did DNF Shield of Sparrows.
Oh my god, yeah, I only made it like 7 chapters in. Like when I DNF'd it, I was like, what? And I like literally yeeted to the side.
That was a story you definitely had to push through. Yeah. Like, I feel like Daphne Perry did such a good job of like her world building and like the character development of Odessa, the FMC, but it was like almost too much at the beginning.
Yeah. I don't even remember why. I just like, it did not grab my attention from the front, and I needed that at that time.
Yeah, that's fair. The reason that I had a slight pause on the Fourth Wing is because...
Yeah, that was crazy.
I'm going to be so fucking mad if Xaden goes off the rails in the next book. I think it's more of a, like, protection response of, like... I just love him so much, and if he turns into a villain, I'm going to be so mad.
But also, like, you can't always get the happy ending. A lot of people don't like when it's like, for the first time ever, all the world's problems are solved because Xaden's a Venin. It's like, the Venin have been around for hundreds of years, and so it's a possibility.
I think I just, like, love the series so much that if it really pivots in that way, I'm gonna be upset. But you know what? We're going to push through.
A couple books that are coming out that I am really excited about to read the second in the series, Brimstone, the second Quicksilver.
Yes. Okay, so I actually
Pumped.
want to talk about this because I went back to our collective texts when we read Quicksilver last year.
Yeah. Was I confused?
And I think we both had the same point of view where we were like, it was a good book and it was very fast paced. It was very easy to read. It was very like bingeable.
Yeah.
And for you, you were like, it actually got me back into reading because you were in a reading slump.
Yeah.
But we were like, we can't say it's a great book. And I actually still stand by that, which is maybe a hot take because the internet loves this book so much. But truly, like, I look back on it and I'm like, okay, I loved Kingfisher as an MMC. Like,
you
Cyrus
love
was
Carrie and
fine.
Swift. He's your like one of your book
Carrie and
boyfriends.
Swift. I actually think that Carrie and Swift and Kingfisher like kind of carried the book, if we're being honest.
I
like,
feel that about at most Romantasy books that the FMC becomes a wash. But I love
I
the
don't
little
know.
fox. I love the little fox.
Onyx.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've realized too, as I talk to people that are getting into Romantasy, reading more books past ACOWAR and Fourth Wing, I don't recommend Quicksilver. Like, I rarely do. I feel like I have to know this person can, like, push past the
But is it
the,
like
okayness of the plot, basically.
is it like a cult following thing? Like, are we just like
I
cult
think so.
followers of what is the author's name? I'm blanking.
Callie Hart.
Callie Hart.
I am very excited for Brimstone because I do actually think now that she's like traditionally published, now that she probably has like a really good editor, like they probably made sure that this story was very good. So I'm really excited for this, but
Yeah.
I'm hoping that it's more of a redemption for Quicksilver because again, I look back on it and I'm like, that wasn't the most like amazing story for the level of just like aggressive following this book has.
I need to do a Quicksilver reread pronto.
Oh, okay. Maybe we'll do one.
Yep, we will. Decided right now.
We will. Calling it. Okay. Allie Hazelwood is coming out with a sequel to her book Bride
I
that
know.
neither of us have read.
But we should.
And I think we should. I think that would be such a fun, like, fall spooky season.
Right, because is it like a werewolf thing a little bit?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And people love that book. So I feel like that'd be fun to do back to back. Because there's no way she's going to come out with a third book with that. So it'll be fun to like complete it.
We could do a combo like back to back and then talk about both of them together.
Ooh, yeah.
Why did this just become a behind the scenes of how we plot our DVC episodes? You never read this book, but I think you remember me reading it. It was a Beauty and the Beast retelling. I read it last Halloween and it was called The Starling House.
Oh, you did read that.
And
I did not read that.
I was like, you don't need to read it, but I honestly was enthralled. And she's coming out with another one on Halloween called The Everlasting, and maybe I need to pick it up.
Okay, that could be a good spooky little read.
Alex Harrow. Yeah, I think that's why I loved it. When I read The Starling House, it was like gray outside, it was breezy, the leaves were falling, and vibes matter.
Vibes do matter.
Yeah.
My last build to this list is this is a recent, it's already out. Have you heard of Noctadia by Carrie Lake?
No.
Apparently that's really good.
What is it about?
And I think it's like kind of like also maybe like spooky. It's like a Gothic romantasy.
Oh, I'm feeling very Gothic these days.
I'm also feeling very Gothic.
I'm wearing black silk pajamas right now.
Yeah, you're way more Gothic than I am.
Why did I put my black lip gloss on?
Yeah. It says, the highlight on Goodreads says it's a forbidden Gothic age gap, dark academia, slow burn romance.
Did they just literally SEO?
Sci-fi vibes.
They just SEO'd the shit out of that description.
Probably.
What? Can you read that back? Read that back from the start.
A forbidden Gothic age gap.
Age gap.
Dark academia.
Slow burn romance.
With horror / sci-fi vibes.
That's insanity. Where is that going to be found in the bookstore?
I don't know. I literally do not know, but I'll tell you when I find it. It has a 4.2 on Goodreads, which is good for something that is clearly just going for SEO. So
Yeah, I love vibes, so I'm not gonna knock it. Like, if you start it and you're like, pick it up, I will. Speaking of spooky season, I love Wednesday Addams, and I like binged her first season probably in maybe just a day, and I was so excited for the second season to come out and talk about a disappointment.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know what happened. I mean, the first season had so much like energy, and it felt very like something a Romantasy reader would love. And it just like the world building, the character building, they were all in crazy outfits in the castle where the school was at. And then the second season was kind of like a murder mystery, like almost like a like what's that show? Only Murders in the Building. Is that what it's called?
Yes.
It was like kind of that vibe where it's like a fun crime.
Huh. That's so interesting.
Yeah.
Hot take, still haven't seen the first season.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
I actually was thinking about watching it in October because I was like, oh, I can get into some spooky vibes with this.
You know who plays the principal in the first season who you and I love?
Who?
The girl that plays Brienne of Tarth in Game of Thrones.
Oh, I love her. I haven't seen her in something in a long time.
Also, it's a like largely Latino cast, which we love.
So,
yes. Cassie, support your people, please.
Yeah, please. Come on. What am I doing? Okay, I am still going to watch season 1, TBD on season 2. Okay.
Yeah, if you were stuck on a plane, watch season 2.
Okay. Going along with TV series that I won't be finishing, I don't think I'm going to finish Only Murders in the Building. And that has a new season coming out.
Yeah, the last season wasn't good.
It wasn't good. It was a big flop. Like, I remember watching it and I was like, I just want to turn this off. Like, I'm not having a good time.
And I actually love all of the main characters.
Same. I'm like, you guys just need to keep doing other projects together. But, like, this one's probably done.
They just aren't doing a very good job at keeping it fresh each season. Like, they need to partner with a true crime podcast for real.
Yeah, true. But I feel like that would make it, like, less, like, fun, like, comedy, buddy comedy for them and more, like, serious.
Well, they can make a buddy comedy spin on it. But, like, they need, like, something. The last season, I don't even remember what the crime was because it was so, like, whatever.
Yeah, agreed. You know what's coming out soon that I'm actually really excited for and I'm definitely watching? Nobody Wants This.
Oh, is that the Kristen Bell?
Yes.
They're already coming out. Yeah, they're already coming out with the second season.
Yeah, I think it literally comes out next month.
I think I didn't realize how quickly that was going to come out because it took me a long time to watch it. I did not believe it was as good as everybody was saying.
I binged the shit out of it.
It was actually so funny. I
thought it was hilarious. I was laughing out loud 90% of the time.
Okay, but I was going to say something so controversial.
Did you just stop yourself?
I am not an ageist.
Oh, no.
But
oh, no.
Sometimes I do feel like in Hollywood, they want to get these big names that are going to bring in a fan base, and I just don't know if they're age appropriate for their roles anymore.
Are you talking about Kristen Bell?
Maybe. She looks gorgeous. She looks wonderful. She looks better than me on my best day. But
she's only 45 and she's playing like a 38-year-old woman. That's not crazy.
Is the girl 38 in that show?
Yes.
I think she's more like 33.
No, she's like late 30s. And that's why I also loved the show because it wasn't like teeny boppers and it wasn't even like people like our direct age. This woman has been like, I have just chosen to live my life and like do my thing and like not prioritize being in like a marriage with kids and whatever.
I'll give you that. So I think my problem is that I can't separate her from her personal life because she's too famous. And that's why sometimes it's good to bring in an unknown actress that I don't know anything about. Me specifically.
Okay, you're just trying to get casted for this show.
I would be a great fit. Do you see my black silk pajamas? So when we were discussing this episode with our audience, I did ask them like a few hot takes they had about books they might not finish or like really popular books that they were disappointed in. And this is not a romantasy book, but I have to talk about it because I could not agree more. There is a book out right now called Wild Dark Shores by Charlotte something, and
Charlotte something.
it was like a 5-star read on Bookstagram. They were like on Goodreads. I think, look at the Goodreads, Cassie. I think it has like,
4.2, same amount as Noctadia.
Yeah, like crazy. It has great reviews. I read it for my book club last month, and everybody in the book club was like 1 star. Most of them did not finish it. Like nobody enjoyed this book, and
That's wild.
Influencer after content creator after influencer saying this book is 5-star read of 2025. And so somebody in our audience said, didn't do it for me, 2 out of 5, girl. And I was like, yes.
There you go. Okay, I saw one that I actually very much disagree with. Okay. And that was Direbound.
You loved Direbound. I think
I loved Direbound.
I have been trying to convince me to read that for months.
I have, because I really think you would like it.
What did the person say?
The feedback was that the characters felt empty, which I actually fully disagree with. Like, I think...
I'm like shocked because Cassie like really ate up this book and she was like, it's good. You almost said like top book boyfriend about the guy, didn't you?
No, but I did like the guy. I actually can't talk about the men without giving too much of the plot away. But the main character, the FMC, is very deep in her development in that story. Like, she's not like an empty character at all. She is literally the embodiment of like feminine rage. And she essentially like comes from nothing. She like, goes through these trials, ends up, whatever. I won't give too much away. I thought the FMC was fully built out. I thought the MMC was built out also in a way that we don't maybe love. And then there's this other character who maybe I'll give her that was definitely like missing a little bit, but I think that was intentional for what you get in terms of the plot twist at the end and also set up for book 2.
I'm struggling with this because this person that entered this answer is a trusted source. And
she is. And I love her. And
Cassie
I love her.
versus trusted source. We'll see.
Cassie versus our literal friend, who I really respect, but I disagree with on this front.
I think I'm going to have to read it to be like the tiebreaker.
Yeah, agreed.
Another one was Alchemized by Sen Lin Yu. And this was... based off of her fanfic Manacled, which is a Harry Potter fanfic. But the hot topic on this is that she had to take like the Harry Potter world out of it for whatever reason for Alchemized, which will be traditionally published. I don't know if it was like about the rights, like they were too close to like comfort for who should not be named.
Yeah.
But I think you're supposed to realize that it's still Hermione and Draco, but it takes out the Harry Potter elements. And will it be as good without the Harry Potter elements?
No, there's no way.
I am like, yeah, how can it be? That has to be like the major draw.
Right. Like, how are you taking 2 characters from a specific storyline and world and putting them in a completely separate one and making it believable?
Yeah. I don't know about that one. Yeah.
Don't love that. Someone wrote in about a book that we loved, which is Problematic Summer Romance by Allie Hazelwood.
I do agree with this hot take, though.
I agree, too, but I'm like, oh, my God, like, since when can we not handle a slow burn? Like, I'm sorry. So the person said that the slow burn is too slow burn, which true. It was very slow burn. Like, you really don't get like the intense spice until literally the last like 50 pages of the book.
They were dry humping for 60% of the book, and they're grown adults. It's an age gap romance, and they were dry humping.
I don't know. I don't know. I struggled because like once you get the payoff, like I actually really loved that. So
you said the same thing when we read it, and we covered this in the episode, and I did not agree with you. I was like, they could have penetrated up front, and I would have felt the same about the romance, because the romance was not about the sex. It was about like a childhood longing from like a previous, like, you know, they had a previous relationship.
Yeah. I don't know. I think I just maybe like a will they won't they. And then you get it. And then like that can be the end of the story, you know.
Okay.
Okay.
I have a fun little treat for us today in the reader hotline. I have a little game prepared for us.
Oh, okay.
I think this is going to be really fun, and it's Fictional Tinder. So you're going to swipe left on this fictional character if you would not be romantically involved with them, and you would swipe right for, yes, I want to eat them up.
Oh. Wow, I'm so nervous.
Okay, are you ready?
Yeah.
Rune Dannon with both of his hands.
I think I would swipe left on him.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about him with one hand?
Swipe right. I'll get canceled.
Yes, exactly. You understand. Okay. What about Castile from Blood and Ash?
Ooh, swiping right. I loved him. Until he turned into like a little like simp for Poppy. I loved him.
Okay, what about Kieran from Blood and Ash?
Oh, left.
Okay. What about Castell and Kieran together?
Right.
From Blood and Ash?
Hard, right. I literally, speaking of like skipping to specific chapters and books you don't want to read, that's what I did with the third from Blood and Ash book, or was it the fourth? I don't know. Where it's Kieran, Castile, and Poppy's like threesome that they have. Because the build up for that was so aggressive, and I was like, I need to read about this. Solely for them too. Like, I didn't even care that Poppy was there, honestly.
I totally agree. If those two popped up on my Tinder, I would swipe right 100%.
Hard right.
But separately, I might swipe left on both of them.
Really?
I really liked Castile when he was
When he was Hawk.
When he was Hawk. I liked him. I would have swiped right on him. How about Dane Atos in book 1 before we hated him?
Left. Oh my God.
Really?
You know that I could not handle someone who is so intense about rules.
Okay, true. I liked his protectiveness over Violet at the beginning. He was like ready to lay down his life for her.
That's fine, but I'm just a rule breaker at heart, and so we wouldn't have gotten along.
You like the bad guy. Okay. I have 2 more for you.
Okay.
Tarn as a human.
Oh, hard right.
Really? Okay.
Yes.
I would hard right if he looked like Idris Elba, because that's what's in my mind. But what if he's like Morgan Freeman?
Okay. Then no, I would probably swipe left. I don't need that much of an age gap romance.
An age gap romance, and the man was in a retirement home.
I would go into an age gap romance with Tard any day. Any day. Okay. I love his personality. I think the way that the way he talks about his scale.
So snarky.
He's so snarky with everyone, but he's obsessed with her. And I'm like, I love him. I love his dragon vibes.
I agree with you, and he is going to stay as Idris Elba in my mind.
Yeah, we're going to keep him as that.
I would swipe right, and if he didn't also swipe right, I would make a new profile to swipe right again.
I would make new profiles until he swiped right on me.
100%, and he would appreciate that.
He would love to be catfish. He'd be like, checkmate.
Okay. This is actually really pertinent, because earlier you said you would DNF this book. Therian from CC.
Oh my God, left.
I think left too. I mean, I think he maybe looks like King Triton from The Little Mermaid, which that man is not unattractive, but it just doesn't, the mermaid thing doesn't do it for me.
No, I agree. And he was just such a baby, like a man child.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, I hated him.
He seemed like a mama's boy, but did he have a mom?
I actually have no idea.
I think he was maybe abandoned, which is upsetting. Okay, let's hear it. I'm ready.
Okay. Adian from Throne of Maas.
Oh, I'm a left. I did not like him. I did not. I was like, Lysandra could have done 10. Lysandra could have literally eaten up anybody in the cadre, or like could have been literally the Duchess of some other land.
Duchess.
She did not need Adian.
I wasn't sure if I was maybe going to get you on the fact that you don't fully remember the series, so.
Oh, I remember him, and he was also so fucking annoying for like half a book. Like, I actually was like, you need to write him out. I was okay if he died.
Agreed.
So I felt like left.
Every other page, I was like, shut the fuck up. Stop talking. Okay, Bodhi Duran from Fourth Wing.
Oh, I mean, oh gosh. If you're on Tinder, like, are you just trying to like hook up, or you actually want to date them?
I think I was assuming that you would want to date them, but I guess Tinder has a reputation for just being a hookup.
Okay, so like if it was Bodhi, I would swipe right and then I would ghost him. His personality doesn't really do it for me, but I'm sure he's hot.
Yeah, I would agree. Okay, I have one from Zodiac Academy for you.
Oh, I was hoping you did.
Okay, Darius A. Crux.
Right.
Really?
Yes, 100%.
He seems like a very bad boy for you. I don't know.
He's so hot. You have no idea.
Okay.
You literally have no idea because you haven't read it, because I was so scarred from reading.
That's true. Okay.
He's so hot.
Okay, maybe I'm gonna read it just for that.
But he would break my heart. He would ghost me.
He would ghost you.
Yeah.
He would be like, okay, we're done here. Okay, Nyktos.
Oh God, I hated him. He was like a born again virgin, wasn't he?
But didn't you like him when he was Ash?
I don't know. Yeah, but I forget because I like Jennifer L. Armentrout does such a good job of making you hate her books that
that's true.
I like can't like any of her characters anymore, so left because he was weird.
Okay.
In bed.
Okay. In bed, specifically. Okay, my last one is from Fourth Wing, Brennan Sorengale.
Oh, I am
Age gap romance.
Age gap romance. I'm gonna have to go hard left. Hard left. I don't know. He's like, talk about a rule follower and also just like a brown noser and like
with a hidden agenda.
And he's like the worst Sorengale for sure. Like maybe I'm choosing Mama Sorengale over that.
That's true. She would be much more fun.
So
oh my gosh,
stay tuned for that. But honestly, check out our Instagram for more fun conversations like this. Like, we are always messing around, giggling about the new favorite books that are out. And also, we planned a few new episodes in this episode. So look out for a Quicksilver reread, which is going to ultimately lead to a Brimstone read. And then also the double read of the Allie Hazelwoods.
And while you're at it, please give us a rating, a review, your honest thoughts. We won't hide the comments. We won't censor you if you hate us. But if you love us, please give us a 5-star review because anything helps. So,
and subscribe on YouTube.
Yeah, I think next week we're getting into our A Court of Wings and Ruin reread. It'll be part 1. We'll be breaking it up into 2 parts, similar to how we've been doing with the other books.
Yeah.
We'll get into a deep dive on the recap, maybe on some wild theories that we will not come up with. That'll be definitely from the internet.
And maybe another fun little game. That Tinder game
another
was fun.
Fun game. Yeah, we're going to keep our character rankings up, so stay tuned on if those have changed at all. And yeah, just come along on the journey with us. It's been a lot of fun. All right, well, in the meantime, we'll see you back here, same time, same place. Bring your blankets, bring your book boyfriends, and we'll see you then.
See ya.